Okay, everybody. So this is the random live chat after book club. So thanks for jumping back on another chat with me. I'm going to wait for people to come in. I'm going to move my little light over so we can get a little more light on the subject. There we go. Makes it hard to see the screen, but it is what it is. So I can start answering some of the questions that were being asked. Before I do that, I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over here and grab my chapstick. My lips are getting chapped. Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks for jumping back on. I appreciate that. I know when you're on a live, it's kind of a pain in the butt to do that, but I do it because if you've ever gone on my channel and watched a previous live stream and you weren't on it live, it's a pain to have it be book club or podcast and then it goes into some random stuff after when all you wanted to do was watch the book club or the podcast. So I'm going to try and do that every time. We'll have 2 lives for podcast day and book club day because we tend to go somewhere left after we're done talking about the podcast and the book club. So I just think it's better for those people who want to just listen to the book club information or just listen to the pod club information. And for those of us who just want to randomly chat, we can come in here and randomly chat for like an hour and be done with it. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Thumbs up if it makes sense to you. You've all at some point probably have definitely listened to one of my previous lives. So it just makes sense to me, I think. I know as a viewer of YouTube channels that sometimes I don't want to look at a really long live stream when I came for certain information and I just want that information. All right, good. Everybody understands. Thanks, guys. So I'm going to go back to the question that was asked earlier, and I don't know if that person's here, but someone asked, is this a light bulb? So this is a light bulb, and it is hooked into my charge controller. There's a jack for this light bulb, and there's a on-off switch here. So I do have a light bulb here if I want to, read in bed or just turn the light on. I have lots of lights in this van. Some are small, some are little. So yeah, there's lots of ways to light this van up. I have the Luminoodle light up here, which actually should probably be on right now. So let me get my power pack. So the Luminoodle uses one of these power packs, and I have about 3 of these. This one's fully charged. I try and keep them all fully charged. So it uses a power pack, and it just gets plugged in. Actually, there's a power pack up here. All right, there's already a power pack up here. Let's see how much juice is in this one. All right, this one's pretty charged. So we'll leave that one up there. That's better. Yay, that's much better, right? Okay. So the Luminoodle, I'm going to let you guys see it. So this is the Luminoodle. It's a rubbery noodle, basically. Feels like a noodle, but it's rubber and it's got lights in it and it's long. So what I do is I just have some little cup hooks here and I just kind of weaved it around my top up here. And so sometimes when I'm just sitting in here at night, because it's dark now, I mean, it's only what? My time is like almost 7 and it's like pitch black dark. But that's too late. That's too early to go to bed. So a lot of times I'll have this Luminoodle on until about 8:30. And then I will start turning lights off and watch Netflix or whatever. So this is a light bulb that I can use laying here in bed. I've got the Luminoodle. I prefer not to use this one, honestly, because it draws off of my batteries. So I prefer the Luminoodle because it's just a power pack. All I gotta do is charge up my power packs. And like I said, I have the green one, I have a pink one, I have a silver one that I keep in my purse for my cell phone if I'm out and about and run out of power. And I have a little small pink one that I can no longer find. So I don't know, it's somewhere in the black hole of the van or if I lost it. So I had 4, now I can only find 3. So I keep them charged all the time. When I'm driving, a lot of times I'll have one plugged in, the 12-volt jack in the front while I'm driving to charge. So I just make sure I keep them charged. The silver one tends to stay in my purse because, you know, if you're out and about and I'm going to maybe shoot some footage or something, some B-roll or whatever, I will sometimes, you know, pull that out because my battery is getting low or whatever. So anyway, there's that. This cool thing I ordered from Amazon. Look, guys, it's a Virginia license plate. So I'm going to put it up on the wall, probably over there next to the Cardinal sign, and it says CrystalVanner.com. Virginia is for lovers. And look, I didn't even ask for May 2015, but you know what? It's very significant to me. You know why? Because my birthday is in May, and I started my van life or vehicle life or nomad journey in 2015. So it's very significant to me. So I don't know how they knew that, but somebody somewhere was working in my favor because May is significant to me for my birthday, and 2015 is when I started my journey. Isn't that awesome? It worked out perfectly. Because I kept saying, I want a Virginia license plate. I want another piece of Virginia in the van because, you know, I have Arizona tags now. So 10 minutes with Big Elvis. Thank you for the $5 super chat. It says little grease for the machine. Appreciate what you do. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. So, and it is metal. I mean, it's a lightweight metal. At least it feels metal. I wonder, do I have a magnet? I don't have a magnet anywhere nearby. It feels like metal. It doesn't feel like plastic to me. I think it is a metal. Anyway, even if it's plastic, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to put it up on the wall. And another thing I want to show you guys, I don't know how many people on the chat right now are planners. Planners. But I got my planner, my personally made planner from Pam. Thanks, Pam. Are you on the chat? I thought I saw you. No, maybe not. Oh, you are. Pam, you there? I love it. You don't understand. When I opened this, okay, this was the thing. I was going to do a video on this, a whole unboxing video and describing it. But girl, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. When I saw your name on the package, I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to do a video tomorrow. And then I did something else. I was like, okay, I'm going to do a video tomorrow. And I was like, but I want to start writing in it. I want to start taking notes and stuff. When I say, ooh, I was so excited about this. So maybe I still will do a video. I don't know. But anyway, let me show y'all my planner. So it's a happy planner or a happy planner. It's a Pammy planner. It's a Pammy happy planner. So it's a hack of a happy planner because there's nothing happy planner in here. Not even the rings are happy planner rings because they don't have those little hearts in them, which thank you for that because I did have the black rings, so you could have sent it without rings. But anyway, I appreciate that because, you, like I said, I am not that kind of a girl. So I asked for red, black, and gray, you know, black, white, gray, my color scheme. And she did above and beyond what I could ask. Look at, first of all, she gave me a nice cover to keep the actual cover clean. And look what she put on the cover corner, y'all. She put a frog. She put a frog. She put a frog. That's personalization. And it's red and black dots, which I love. And the other side is black, so I could even flip. I could take this off. If you're not familiar with happy planners, this is the beauty of a happy planner is you can take them off. So it is this geometric design on this side, or I can do a plain black one or a plain red one. So she gave me 2 sets of covers, and every cover can be interchanged. So I can have a different look whenever I want, because y'all know how I does. Y'all know I changes my mind all the time. All right, now let me put the cover back on. Hold on. But so you obviously have a punch because these are punched. You have a disc-bound punch because these things are punched for real, not like I used to do with a single hole punch and then cut the slits. So I appreciate this planner. Let me just show you. When I asked her for a monthly planner only, because I don't plan weekly, I don't like weekly pages, because I feel like so this is so there's the 2 covers. I have 2 covers that I can interchange. And then this is the first divider. And she put a pocket in the divider. Now, I already had this bookmark someone made me. But she put pocket in the divider. So there's a pocket here for papers. And there's a little baby pocket. Hold on. Can you see? Hold on. There's 2 little baby pockets. A little silver or gray one. And a little red one. So I could put little things in there. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this planner! Y'all don't understand. If you're not a planner, you don't understand. You don't understand. So here's my first divider. And this is the monthlies, okay? Now I've got to get some tabs and make some tabs. I do want to get some tabs. So this is the monthly, and she gave me 2 pages per month, and she put the lines in the boxes like I like. Because then I can list out my stuff for the day. You see what I'm saying? What? And no weekly pages, because I always end up with blank weekly pages. And not only did she not give me weekly pages, but she gave me something that she texted me about that I didn't think about. So in between each month, so like this is January, instead of putting February on the back of January, she gave me a lined page on the back and the lined page on the back on the front of the February. So I can take some of these nice lined pages that she gave me and I can put them in between the months as well. So instead of having back-to-back months, I can stick some pages in there. So say there's something coming up in February and I want a couple of pages before February and I want to write some notes about it down. Oh my gosh. You don't understand. If you're not a planner, you just don't understand. Anyway, so each month is already dated and has lines in every single freaking box. And there's empty lined pages, not empty, but space in between each month to add pages. She also gave me a little section, because I told her I do sometimes like dot grid. She gave me a little section of dot grid paper. If you're not familiar with dot grid paper, she gave me a little section of that because sometimes I doodle. But not a whole lot. She gave me plenty of line pages, some dot grid pages. I am in love with this. Now, the very, very back, before you get to the back cover, there's another page here with a pocket. Actually, 2 pockets, just like the front. So I got 2 pockets if I want to have some scraps of paper in there or a bookmark or anything. I can just tuck something back there. Maybe a receipt. I need to take something back to the store and I want to keep the receipt. Just tuck it back in there. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use this in the new year. Because I've got so much that I'm trying to do in the new year that I needed a place to write it all down. Now, I still like my digital planner and my digital calendar. And this is more like a duplicate. This is more, I use a planner as a brain dump because sometimes things will bother me in my mind until I actually physically write them down. And sometimes typing it out digitally does not help. Sometimes I have to physically write it down. Like the act of writing it down empties it from my mind almost. Like there's a mind, brain, stimuli, hand, pen to pencil idea, you know, like that whole thing. It's like it empties out of me when I write it down. Not just typing it on my calendar doesn't really do it for me sometimes. And sometimes you need to see your list of ideas in your own handwriting to see if they make sense. Is it doable? Whatever. You know, I don't know if that makes sense to people. But that's how my brain works, because sometimes I will have 100 things swarming in my head, and until I physically write them down, I can't go to sleep, I can't concentrate, or you know what I'm saying? None of it gets done because it's overwhelming. So anyway, thank you, Pammy Pam. And it's the perfect size. It will fit in my bag that I carry, which is why I wanted the mini Happy Planner size, because it will fit in my bag. So I'm so happy, because last year I got the small ARC planner with the red hardcover, which was beautiful, but it was bigger than this and I wasn't carrying it, and so therefore I did not use it. So I'm so excited. So excited. So I will probably go and get the month tabs the month dividers. But what I'll do is I'll just put something over them or something. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So that's one of the many little gifts I've gotten. Oh, let me show you this card that I got, and I've got to contact Gail, who's in Virginia. She sent me a Christmas card, and this is a beautiful card. She sent it with the express purpose of me putting it up. Because remember I told you guys I'm going to put the cards, all the cards and little postcards and stuff you guys send me. I'm going to put them up here on this plexiglass. Remember I told you guys that? So she sent this one with the expressed note saying, Crystal, I'm wishing you the beauty of the season, a little art for your wall, and a little gift for the tank. So give me a gift card. So I'm so excited because look at this card. It's wood. This is wood, you guys. It's a wooden cardinal on the card. It's raised up. You see it? I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if the camera's not doing it justice, but it's raised up and it's all wood. All of this is wood, or maybe it's paper. It looks like it might be rolled up paper. Anyway, it's beautiful. And it's a cardinal. I cannot wait. I think it's rolled up paper. Does anybody see that? Can you guys? I don't know if the camera's doing it justice. But I'm going to stick that up here. My cardinal. It's so, so beautiful. So I've got to text her because I do have her actual phone number. So I opened that up yesterday. So I've got to text her and thank her for that. So I'm so happy about that. And Cindy, I got my smoke alarm / carbon monoxide detector. Thank you. She told me to put one in my wish list and she bought it. So that came, I think, yesterday as well. So I'm so excited. All the little gifts I got are very nice. I got more gifts than that, but I'm not showing every gift today. Those were just things that were in my arm's reach. Yeah. There was another question somebody asked in the other video. And I don't remember. So if you are on the live now and you have a question, don't forget to put it in all caps with an emoji before it. And I'm going to scroll back to the beginning just to see if I missed a question. Am I going to party on New Year's Eve? No, I do not. I don't even barely stay up till midnight no more. Although I've had this bout with insomnia for a couple of months now, so you very well might find a random live video from me on New Year's Eve. Maybe. We'll see. I might jump on the live a little before midnight, Arizona time, and chat with you guys and ring in the new year with you. Maybe. Maybe. But as of now, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not partying anything. So, yeah, we need about like 50 more thumbs up, guys. Hey, let's do a thumbs up real quick. If you're enjoying the chat and you want to do a thumbs up for me, appreciate all the little thumbs up. Every little bit counts. Appreciate it. All right, anybody else have a question? Although this is not really a Q&A, it's a random chat. But hey, we've only been on for less than 20 minutes. So let's make it round it out to 30 and make it a full 30 minutes of a chat. And let's just randomly chat. Ask me anything. You can, G-rated, PG-13. This is not Freaky Friday, so don't go there. But, you can ask me anything YouTube related, RTR related, van life related, that kind of stuff. Do I have any bad weather stories where you were afraid or nervous? No, only when the winds kick up, because we had 2 very, very windy days. Yesterday and today have been very windy. Like the van was rocking. And you guys know I'm not in my minivan anymore. So this is a decent sized van. It's a Ford E150. And this joker was rocking. Like, I mean, I know it's not going to tip over, but still, I'm like, this bad boy is rocking. So yeah. No real bad weather because I don't do snow anymore. You know, just regular rain, really. Thunderstorm here and there, but that's fine. No big deal. Yes, D, I am going to RTR, but not women's RTR. I've said that a few times. Kathy wants to know if anyone on the East Coast is going to RTR. She's in Atlanta. Maybe you guys can caravan. RW says, how many back rubs will it take to do weekly Freaky Friday? Weekly Freaky Fridays, I don't have that much freak in me, and they've gotten more and more tame because I think I've just about divulged everything. I tell you what, RW, there would have to be a topic to do it weekly. Why don't you email me a list of Freaky Friday topics? We'd have to have a subject and we'd have to limit it to 1 hour a week, because doing the really long ones, it just doesn't work. It really, really doesn't, because there's not much to talk about that I haven't already talked about. So we would have to have a topic for the week, and we would have to discuss that topic and kind of stay on topic and only do it for an hour and be done with it till next week. I might consider it. We might do it on a trial basis, maybe in February or March. Try it for 1 month and see if it works. And if it works, we could continue it. And then if it stops working, we'll go back to once a month. I might consider that. Email me, though, because I will forget. Hence the reason I have to write everything down. Clarity wants to know, have you ever had anything delivered general delivery to the post office in Quartzsite? I'm coming to RTR and I need to send a few things to myself. What do you suggest? So no, I've never had that done. I hear that it's a pain in the arse because you have to wait in a really, really, really long line, and they only do it for like 2 hours. So if they get to you that day, cool. If they don't, you got to come back the next day and do it all over again. But there is a small store in Quartzsite, and I don't remember the name of it. Go back to Bob Wells's videos from last year and see if he has it. That she'll charge you to pick up packages like anywhere from a couple of bucks up to $10, depending on the size of the package. So you might want to pay the extra 10 or 15 bucks and have them sent there to that address. And that way you can just go get them and know you can get them the whole time the store is open. So I don't remember the name of the store because I never used it. I was receiving packages here in Havasu, and it's like a 1.5 to 2 hour drive, and so I would just drive every 10 no, not 10 days. Once a week I came back into town because I would come take my shower at Planet Fitness and check my mailbox. So of the 2 weeks of RTR, I came back into town twice. So that's what I was doing. So I don't even have that answer for you. Lena says, you pour out so much love. You gift to communicate until it's contagious with love, where some love you and some don't, but do in their own way, because if they didn't, they wouldn't say anything. I think I get that. Lena, are you still drinking? I'm just playing. Not Your Fancy Van Life says, how do you become well known in the van life community? Oh boy. I'm not the one, because I'm not well liked. I'm well known for the wrong reasons, probably. I don't know. A lot of people have gotten to be well known by hanging out with other YouTubers and being on their channel all the time and in their videos all the time. Just keep cranking out videos. I don't know why that would be your goal. That's never been my goal. Oh, I got an alarm going off. I gotta take my medicine. That's never been my goal, so I don't know how you would accomplish that goal. I mean, I personally wouldn't want to put that as a goal to be accomplished. Be your authentic self and put out the content you want to put out and the content that your subscribers want to see. Yeah, don't go for that. That's not going to end up well. Cilantro Leaf, any thoughts on the upcoming RTR? Will you go to the women's one? No, I've already said that I won't. Weed, legal in Arizona. No, you may not have weed in Arizona. You may not have weed at RTR. I know some people on different videos I've been watching have been saying, hey, I have edibles and I have a medical card and I'm going to eat my edibles. I can only assume that if nobody knows you have it, that's on you. But if you get caught, there will be repercussions. That's all I can say. I don't carry it. Somebody asked me about a gun earlier today. You can't have a gun on BLM land because it is federal land. And if you get caught with the gun, I don't know what the repercussions will be. I don't know what the consequences will be. It might be a fine. You might be asked to leave. You might be put in jail. I don't know. So I can't answer those questions for you. Hey, New Normatic. What's up, my buddy? D says, I'm not going. Why? Challenge accepted, says RW. Thank you, Pam, for the reminder of hitting the thumbs up, buddy. Quiet times. Yes, there's definitely quiet times. They will be enforced at the RTR location. 10 p.m. I think until 8 a.m. are the quiet times, which honestly, the BLM land I'm parked in now, their sign says the same thing, 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. So, but there are people here who have generators running all night. And the sign also says no generators running overnight, but there are people here who have. So if there's no one in an authority position enforcing that, I'm sure Bob and his crew will enforce the quiet hours, and I think they do have a generator section. But if you have a CPAP that needs a generator all night, I would say park further away. And I know that's difficult because most people, well, not most, I shouldn't say that. Don't say that, Crystal, not most. Some people that have CPAPs also have other health issues, so they want to be parked in the handicap parking, which is close to where the seminars are, which means it will be loud. So I don't know. I can't answer RTR questions because it's not my event. So unless it pertains to me, go to cheaprvliving.com and ask Bob Wells because I can't answer anything that doesn't pertain specifically to me. Judith says the RTR Freaky Friday will be live, maybe in camp, should be off the chain. Yes, so January's Freaky Friday will not be filmed. Well, maybe it will be. I will have to take a vote. If I film the Freaky Friday, the camera will only be facing me. It will not be facing the other people around the campfire while we have Freaky Friday. You might be able to hear, or I might repeat the information, but the camera will only be on me if I choose to film it. Now, I might not choose to film it, so January, you might not have a Freaky Friday. But we will have Freaky Friday at RTR in camp both Friday nights of RTR. We will have 2 Freaky Fridays in camp, in person, around the campfire, both Friday nights, unless weather is too crazy or cold or whatever. So if you're coming to RTR and you're going to be there on one of the Friday nights, you will have a live and in-person Freaky Friday. Now, whether or not I film it, live stream it so that the camera's on me and I repeat the information being said around the campfire, whether or not we do that, I don't know. Just know that if you come to RTR, you can come hang at the campfire and have Freaky Friday. D says, I like you just the way you are. Thank you so much. Not your fans of Van Life said, that isn't my goal. I just wanted to know. I don't want to be well known. Too shy for all that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a YouTube channel, eventually people will start watching it because you'll be starting to get, depending on your content, you'll start getting put in people's feed of recommended, channels to watch. So if you don't want to be known, don't do YouTube. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Clarity says, stop it. You are well liked. I'm well liked with you guys. There's plenty of people in the community that have a problem with me, but do you think I care? No, I really don't. Anita, hello. Is there a problem with canned food in the van with the heat? I worried about bringing canned goods. How about snacks? How many snakes have you seen? I've never seen a snake. I have seen a tarantula once. I have seen a couple of mice and some little geckos or lizards or whatever. Canned goods, no, I've never had an issue with canned goods, even when I had canned beans and stuff from the summertime and never had an issue with them. So no. No. Holly says, hello from, is that St. Louis? Thanks for sharing your journey. I haven't ruled out buying a Class C and roaming the country yet. That's good. Do it. Oh, quiet. Oh, New Nomadic is telling me that Quiet Times is the name of the business that you can mail packages to. I'm so sorry, Steven. I did not realize that. Okay. So look up Quiet Times in Quartzsite, Arizona. That's the place where you can send your packages and you will pay for each package. And depending on size, she charges, I believe it's a woman that owns it. I'm not sure, but they charge whatever they charge. And I don't think there's a list on the website to tell you how much they charge. So I'm just saying. Oh, D. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Everybody send up, if you pray for D. If you send up good vibes and positive intentions for D who's not feeling well. Yes, D, we will do that. True Tech says went to Phoenix and grabbed an 80s Toyota C Class C. Wow, nice. Don wants to know, am I going to go to the new RTR site or the old? I will be at the old RTR site, and I will walk over to any seminars I planned on seeing. I don't really plan on going to very many seminars, so I'll be at the old site, and I will walk over to the 2 or 3 seminars I plan on going to. So no. True Tech says a bonus is rust-free Arizona deal. That's good. Linda says, I am watching you on the Roku TV. Cool beans. How does my face look? You seeing all the pores on the big screen? That's nice. All right. Good night, Cindy. Thanks for the smoke detector, carbon monoxide detector. Oh yeah, new Normatic and Steven and Greg will hang again. Hopefully you guys won't be the only guys this time. I think it was it was you guys and Marcus. It was like 3 or 4 guys last year, so well this year technically because it was 2018. But yeah. What's your tips for a first timer at RTR? My tips for the RTR for a first timer would be definitely get the schedule. Last year he printed out paper schedules. Highlight the ones you want to go to as far as seminars and classes and talks or whatever, meetups, whatever, and go to them. Get out, talk to people, walk around your area where you're parked, talk to people, ask them how long they've been in, just communicate with people. Just get people's story and you'll learn tips and tricks and things. Most people are more than willing to show you their rig or show you some cool thing they've got in their rig that they really enjoy. Just definitely absorb as much information as you can. Honestly, go back and watch the 2018 videos, even the 2017 videos. I think there have been RTR videos on Bob's channel for at least the last few years. So go back, go to cheaprvliving.com's YouTube channel and just type in the search for his channel, type in RTR and just go back and see some of the old seminars and see what information is there. But yeah, you'll be fine. Just prepare for cold nights. I don't like being cold, so some people I think were a little surprised how cold it can get. Like today, the last 3 or 4 nights, it's been really cold here where we are, and I'm just talking miserably cold. Luckily, I have fleece, I have wool socks, I have, a pair of sweatpants, I've got some fleece pajama bottoms. Like, I've been bundled up and warm, and the heat's been on every night. So you will get some cold nights. So if you're not good with cold, especially at nighttime cold, make sure you prepare for that. What else? Don says, want to meet you. You are a huge inspiration for me getting on the road. Oh, thank you, Don. I can't wait to meet all of those that are coming. Just know that wherever I'm camped at is going to be a little crowded. So if you're not planning on being there day 1, you might not be able to camp right with me. You might have to camp, within walking distance of my camp or something like that, because it's going to be crazy packed from all the emails of people saying they're coming. Some people are already on their way to Arizona right now. So it's like, oh boy, it's going to be crowded in my little area. And I don't know how much area I'm going to be able to, curtain off or rope off for us. It may be that, they say, no, you can't save a spot or whatever. I don't know. It's just going to depend on who's around. I plan on being there at the butt crack of dawn that morning. So, I mean, it's going to be dark when I get there. So I'm going to try my best to rope off as much area as I can. But I cannot guarantee anything because it's public land and, I might get told, no, you can't do that. So we'll see. But I am going to try my darndest to rope off as much area as I can. Like I said, I'm going to get up at like 3 in the morning and be there at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning scoping out my spot. I'm going to go the day before and scope out my spot. And then the next morning, go and park there. So we'll see. I'll be in Quartzsite on the 6th, the afternoon of the 6th, January 6th, I'll be there. I will most likely be camping at one of two places in Quartzsite. First choice is going to be Rice Ranch. If you're familiar with Rice Ranch, I'll probably be there because it won't count against my 14 days. Because it's a paid site, and I think it's like $5 or $10. New Nomadic, can you put the price up for me? Because I know you're there now. So I'm going to be there on the 6th, and I'm going to probably go to Rice Ranch and pay the $5 or $10 for the 2 nights for the 6th and the 7th. Because RTR doesn't start until, I think it's the 8th, right? Isn't it the 8th? Or is it the 9th? Anyway. But I'm going to get up at the butt crack of dawn, whichever day it is that it starts on, to get there early. And then most likely I will just jump out of bed, get in the driver's seat, and drive over, and then probably go back to sleep. Because if I'm getting up at 3 in the morning to drive over to the camp spot and, put my little markers down, then I'm going to pretty much be done. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh, New Nomadic has the prices. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize that because I'm behind. So if you want to do Quiet Times packages, it says $2 for regular packages, $4.50 for over 50 pounds. If they go pick up stuff, if you use the P.O. box, it's more. Ah, okay. He has all the info. Hey, Maggie, I got your message and I left you a voice message. So, and not a voice message. I left you a Facebook Messenger message. So listen to that later on tonight and we'll figure it out tomorrow. Gypsy Girl says, I want to go to RTR, but I'm not sure because I just came back from seeing my family and I'm totally an introverted person and I got really, really tired of being around people. Well, I tell you what, there are people that go to the RTR and you rarely see them. Maggie is one of them. Maggie, I love you dearly. Maggie stays in her van pretty much all day. She comes out at night when we make a campfire. At least this is what she did. This is what she did last RTR. And she stays out for about an hour and then she goes back into her van. So I would have to text her or Facebook Messenger her to make sure she was alive every day. And she would come out again at night when we did the campfire for about an hour and then she'd go back in her van and she'd stay in her van pretty much all day. So you can be as introverted or as extroverted or somewhere in the middle as you want to be. You just close your door and nobody will bother you. And if somebody comes around your rig saying, hello, you can just say, can't talk right now, or you can say nothing and they'll think you're asleep and they'll walk away. So it's totally up to you. Let's see. Lena says, will you be cooking again there like before? I'm ready for another cooking show. So I will probably do some kind of hobo packet meal. I probably won't be cooking, but yes, I'll probably do some kind of vegetables in the packet, hobo packet meal, or the s'mores dessert in the hobo packet where we did the bananas and the marshmallows and the chocolate and the graham crackers in the hobo packet. So something like that, probably yes. I thought maybe about doing a potluck, but I think that's just too much. Maybe we'll play it by ear. I don't know. Y'all know I don't like cooking. I just don't like cooking. I just don't like cooking. If we do a potluck, I might order a pizza. I just don't like cooking, y'all. I really don't. And I think the reason I don't like cooking is because I can't really stand up in this van and really cook as easily as I would like to. So, it's just a chore. And honestly, I don't want to get anybody sick, and I don't think I'm contagious anymore. I think, that I have, gone through my medicine. I'm feeling just fine. I'm going to try and go this coming week to the actual regular doctor as a follow-up for the whole Mercer thing, but I just don't want to be manipulating anybody's food just to be safe. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I could go to the into town at Quartzsite. There's a pizza place. I could order a pizza and you know, chop that up a little smaller, and we can, you know, order a couple of large pizzas or something like that. Anyway, I just don't want to be, yeah, I don't. What did you just say now? I'm really mad. What? I don't know who Alejandra is talking to, but can my moderators please keep an eye on what's going on there? So yeah. Don says friend gave me a Mr. Buddy heater for Christmas, so that's in the van. I'm on my way to Arizona now in LA County at the moment. Cool beans. Lisa is saying, I want to thank you for being a great inspiration to people who want to do van life. I would love to meet you. I cannot wait to meet everybody who wants to meet me. Gypsy Girl says, I hate being cold. I'm a summer person. Me too. I'd rather have it 90 degrees than 40 degrees. I can't do it. Anything under 72, I'm like, no, that's too cold. I don't like it. I don't like it. RW says, my transmission is going. I may have to buy a van and junk this car, so I might not show this year after all. Oh, I'm so sorry, RW. Oh, that's horrible. Yes, Judith has already said that she's going to come early to help me rope off. So Judith, I will be in Quartzsite on the 6th. I don't know how early you can come, but if you can come the 6th or the 7th, that would be awesome, because then we can go together. So that would be awesome. Maggie says, I'm really nervous about the road for this year, and I might camp at last year's spot. Yeah, I'm planning on camping where my camp was last year, so I don't know if you want to go back and watch that video. That's where I'm planning on camping, because that was a really easy area to kind of corner off. And we had about, at one point, I think we had 12 or 15 rigs in that little area, so it was a really good spot to be in. So that's where I want to be ultimately, because we can walk over the ridge, over that little weird dumpy thing that Bob was showing the video of. We can walk over that instead of trying to drive. That's going to be some craziness with cars going both ways. It's not enough room, so I don't know how they're going to navigate that, and I don't want to know because I'm not driving it. So there it is. New Nomadic says the escapees won't be in their old spot, by the way, Crystal. You mean my old spot? That's good. That's good, because that's where I planned on going. I planned on being in my old spot. A couple of people said they didn't want to be over there by my old spot because it was a little bit closer to the road. But remember, if you came with me last year and you remember where my old spot was, right next to us was another bigger spot. So I'm thinking maybe we can get that next bigger spot so we're not right on the end by the road. So I'm hoping we could just move over to that one spot, which is why I want to get there early, because I know people are already going to be camped there on the 6th and the 7th. So I really want to get there early. Pebbles wants to know, are there black men at the RTR? There were a couple last year. There were a few black women, and there were a couple of black men. So yes. I mean, each year the numbers go up, so you can only come. You just got to come. Lena says, what about making a huge circle where everyone that comes can come and sit and meet you, even though they are parked outside your camp? So my camp will have a we'll have a fire ring pit there, so we will have a campfire, and that's kind of what happens. People just leave their chairs at the campfire, so every night you just come and sit in your chair and you hang out, you socialize, whatever. So it doesn't matter where you park at RTR. Come find me. Come find me. I will be making a video of where my camp is, so you can always figure out where I am by watching that video. I did that last year. I'll do that again. Maggie says Rice Ranch has bad memory for her. Yes, Maggie was with me when we had the incident at Rice Ranch last year, but you know what, Maggie? I'm not worried about that. That person is there still right now at Rice Ranch, but I'm not worried about it. I really am not. Judith says, Maggie, that spot is right at the entrance of the new location. Might be noise. Yep. Mr. G says, I'm social at RTR. Yes, Mr. G is very social at RTR. New Nomadic. Steven says, right now, Rice Ranch is $7 a night for dry camp, but in January, all bets are off. Rates are off. Oh, okay. So it might be more than that. Well, there are other places I can go park for 2 nights, and if I have to do that, then I have to do that. Maggie says I can cook in her van because she's got 3 burners and a huge propane tank. Oh, so jealous, Maggie. So Maggie was able to get a bigger rig. Is that a class B, Maggie, that you have? Or class C? I can't remember. But she went from a minivan to a much bigger rig that she can stand in, and I'm so happy for her. Lena says, but you look so good sitting and cooking. Plus, I need your recipes to lose some weight. Pizza, my hips will grow wider. Lisa, hey, are you still doing the book club? You would like to be a part of it? Yes, we've already done our book club chat. You'll have to go back and watch the replay. That was another video. But yes, go to my website, crystalvanner.com. We do a monthly book chat, book club, where we listen to a book from LeVar Burton's podcast where he reads the book. And we're not doing one in January. We'll be back. We will be back in February. But you can definitely go back and listen to all the books that we've listened to. The February book is already up on the website. So as a matter of fact, I will pull it up. It is up there. You can read it. And I'll tell you the title of it right now. crystalvanner.com. Oh, that's because I typed it wrong. Oh, Lord. Can't even spell my own name. Oh, my. There we go. Goodness gracious. All right, so go to book club. And February's book is called Chivalry by Neil Gaiman. Gaiman? I think it's Gaiman. There's February's book. February 2019, Chivalry by Neil Gaiman. I think it's Gaiman. So that's the book you want to read. Now, don't forget for podcast that we are going to be listening to. Let me go to the website for that. Because next Saturday is the podcast. So don't worry about the book club yet. Go listen to the new. Hold on, I got to go to it. Here it is. Big news, it's time. This is the one we're listening to for next Saturday. earhustlesq.com. Big news, it's time. And this is where Erlon gets the news from the governor that he's going to be pardoned. He's going to be released. Pardoned? Is it pardoned? Or I don't know what it is. Anyway. And that is episode number 20. It doesn't have a number. The one before it says 25 and the one after it says 26. So it doesn't have a number. But it's called Big News, It's Time. So that's the one you need to listen to for next week. Book club, don't worry about until February. Roxanne says she wants to meet me. Yes, I cannot wait. Mad Mike said, I heard bad things about that place. Yeah, there's good and bad in everything. Don says, I'm with you on cooking in van life without a standing RV or van and the countertop and the sink. It's just not enjoyable to do. I just personally don't like cooking anymore. You know, I was a single mom. I raised a son. I did a lot of cooking. Big cooking, you know, like casserole cooking, 9x13, sometimes 2 9x13 dishes. I'm over cooking because I really personally don't need to eat cooked food. I'm perfectly happy living on salads. But I don't know. It's just a pain. You gotta clean the pot and all that. I'm lazy. Val says, hey Val. Oh, you should be an admin. I don't know why you're not. I gotta fix that. Val says RTR registration is the 8th and the seminars start on the 9th. Okay, good. Good to know. I wonder if it'll let me make you an admin. You know, sometimes I just don't understand. Let me go back to my tablet. Will it let me do it on the tablet? I don't know. I don't know why you're not an admin. You should be. Anyway, thanks for that info. Sister Bear says, can't go, medical stuff. but we'll enjoy the videos. Thank you. I hope the medical stuff that it gets better, whatever it is. Maggie says, I had no issues with last year with the noise. Is it noise you were trying to say? After moving to the outskirts of the Vanner camp. How is your van, Crystal? Is it all fixed? Pebbles wants to know. There are a few more smaller things that need to be done, like 2 more tires. The rear tires need to be replaced. Those weren't as urgent as the front ones that I already did. And then a tune-up. I need a tune-up as well, like a full tune-up. So Miss D did do a majority of the work, except for that ABS module. I've got to get that. And once I get the part, they said they'd put it on for me. So I'm trying to see how I can make someone an admin while on the live. I don't know if I can. So yes, the van is doing fine other than those small things, which are relatively small considering what I have done, you know, what I had done. All right, I'm going to go into the live chat real quick. Sorry, guys, for taking my eyes off of you for a second. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I was on the wrong chat. I was on the book club chat. A bumpy road will be traveling from Washington State. Okay, take your time. So yes, everybody definitely needs to bring their extra heavy duty tinfoil. So we're definitely going to be doing some tinfoil meals. And Val, I'm going to try and make you an admin. Yes! Explain to me why I could do that on the tablet, but I couldn't do that on the cell phone. Why? I don't understand. Anyway, bring your heavy-duty aluminum foil. Bring some kind of oil, either extra virgin olive oil or some coconut oil. If you don't have any, plenty of people have it, don't worry. But bring you some extra-duty heavy-duty aluminum foil. Bring some sweet potatoes if you eat sweet potatoes, because sweet potatoes are the best cooked in a foil packet with a little bit of coconut oil on the outside and butter on the inside once it's done, and a little bit of cinnamon. Delicious sweet potatoes on the fire. Okay, admins, we need to start putting some people in timeout. Some people are jumping on and doing some weird stuff. Sharon says Carolyn's RV Life did a live driving her 24 Class C rig down the new road, and it was awful. I suggest anyone going to follow Crystal's lead. Oh, wow. I didn't see that. I don't watch her channel, so I didn't see that. Oh, wow. New Nomadic says, be aware of this. If you are camping in the new RTR location, get your permit from Bob's crew. For those camping outside the new RTR location, get your permit from the Scad and Wash host. Right. If you're going to park on the regular BLM side, not the RTR side, you have to get your permit at the Scad and Wash, and you have to pass by that person to get to the RTR site anyway. So it's not something you got to go out of your way for. And remember, I'm going to be doing a video showing you exactly how to do all of that. So don't worry. The video on where to get your permit will probably go up on the 7th. And then on the 7th, I will do the whole thing. I will walk you through probably from, I'm trying to think, which way will I go? I'm not sure. Probably from that main traffic light, I'll start filming. There's only like one traffic light in Quartzsite. So from that main traffic light, I will start filming and show you where I stopped to get my permit, how quick and simple it is. You just write down your license tag number and your first and last name. They don't even ask you. I think they might ask you for an address if I'm not mistaken. They don't check your ID. At least they didn't last year. So if you're not comfortable giving your real address, you can give your box address, which that's the only address I have. But I don't remember them taking my ID and looking at it. And then you'll get a permit to put in your window, and they'll have marked in black marker or big fat marker letters your last day that you have to be there, that you are signed there. Mr. G says, is that Val from Vegas? It is Val from Vegas. Laney C, hello. FYI, the Aldi's in Michigan have the car electric blankets for $15 and car heated massage pads for $15 also. That's really good, Lainey. Just remember, your car must be running to use that or you will wear down your starter battery. You cannot plug that in your 12-volt socket in your car all night and start your car the next day. They will run down your car battery. So take that into account. Lena says, my daddy used to bake sweet potatoes in the oven, and when baked, they get this sweet syrup and then put butter in it. Yes, so good. Yes, sweet potatoes are the best cooked on the fire. So you don't cook it on the flame. So when you make a fire, when you get those hot embers, that's where you put your hobo packet meal. And I'm talking anything you would normally cook in an oven or even really on a stovetop, you can put in a hobo packet meal. You just got to, if it's meat, you got to watch it a little more carefully because you want to cook it all the way through. But I don't normally do meats, but like asparagus, I've done potatoes, I've done broccoli and cauliflower. I've done, what else have I cooked on the fire? I've done red potatoes and I've done sweet potatoes. I don't really eat a lot of white potatoes. So not really white potatoes. I don't really eat baked potatoes as much as I used to when I was growing up. Growing up, I ate more baked potatoes, but not so much anymore. I'm just closing my window now because it's so cold. What else have I done? There's other vegetables that I've done, I know. I would love to have some onions with my vegetables, but onions, I can never find a little teeny onion. Always find these huge onions, and it's just such a waste, I feel. So maybe if I get an onion, someone will split it with me 4 ways because I only need a little bit of onion. So if I split it 4 ways, maybe 3 other people can use it as well. So anyway, they're delicious. RW says, what if you come down in a stolen van because your car's busted and you got desperate? Wow. Okay, RW. I'm not. I'm not. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, on the fire they do the same. Hello, Patrick. Maggie says, RW, you should be okay. I don't think they are looking for stolen vehicles. Maggie says, I would stock up on onions and potatoes. Don't stock up too much. I mean, yeah, you can, if you're willing to share, yeah. I mean, I would get the small red potatoes, some sweet potatoes, and some onions would be great. All right, so I can make people. Monster, I'm going to make you an admin because you've been on here for a long time now. I don't know why you aren't an admin already. Who else could I make? Lainey, I'm going to make you an admin or moderator rather. Who else? I think that's it for this go round. I think that's all. Shirley should be an admin. I don't know if she's still on, but okay. Some people have wrenches. I just gave out some wrenches. So if you just got a wrench and you don't know what to do with it because you don't know what the heck that means, it means that you're a moderator for my lives. It means anytime you jump on a live on my channel, you have the power of the wrench. Congratulations. I dub thee moderators. So usually if someone comes on and has a crazy comment that's just way too inappropriate, I usually say time them out. That's usually what I say. Unless it's a completely nasty, vulgar comment or race comment or, just something that's just, no way. Time them out first. If they come back after their 30-second, I think it's like 30-second timeout. If they come back after their 30-second timeout and they're still talking crazy, block them on this channel. So what you would do, FYI, this was a gift. Somebody gave me an iPad. Even though I said I didn't want an iPad. I like it though. I like it. I just wanted the same tablet I had, but they bought me an iPad. Anyway, I'm grateful. Thank you. You know who you are. Thank you. So what you would do as a moderator, if somebody has a crazy comment, you would click on their name and then this list comes up. and it's going to say report, remove, put in timeout, hide on this channel. So you can report them. You can just remove the comment, which is just delete that one comment. You can put the user in a timeout, or you can hide them on this channel, which means they're blocked from this channel from that account. They would have to log on with another account because that account is now blocked. So remember, you can just remove or delete the comment or put them in a timeout. Now, if the second time they come talking on here, if they talk crazy the second time, then I say block them on this channel because there's no need for that. You know what I'm saying? We're here to have a good time. We're here to ask, questions. It's not that kind of party. So if you're new and you just got a wrench, that's what you do. Lena says she's still tipsy. Mr. G says, I remember that one potato left in the fire last year. Yeah, there was one potato left in the fire last year. Was that my potato or somebody else's? I don't even remember that. I think it didn't really burn though, did it? That was funny. Lainey says you can slice yams and put them on a skewer to roast over the fire or in a frying pan. You can do that. And if anybody is coming that has like a cast iron pan, Miss V bought one of those grates that goes over top of the fire. You can cook in your cast iron pan right on the grate. You would definitely want one of those silicone glove things or the glove thing to touch your handle because it's going to be hot as all get out. So yeah, you can cook on top of the fire as well. If you want to do your meat on a cast iron pan on top of the fire, you can definitely do that. Or like she said, on a skewer. I would definitely get the metal skewers because I wouldn't cook on the fire on wood skewers. Personally, me. Lena says, why that, Your Majesty, Crystal Vanner? New Nomadic says, I'm bringing my metal wrench in case someone needs a fixing. I personally am going to need help with a project on top of my van. So anyone who's willing to help me, I'm going to need help. I'll need a ladder and an extra pair of hands. So anybody that has that, don't bring it if you don't already just have it in your vehicle. But anyone who shows up with that, I think I'm probably not going to get this project done before RTR. So I'm figuring with all the thousands of people at RTR, I should be able to find a ladder and an extra pair of hands. So just saying. Maggie says, so sweet. I love mine. My daughter gave me my grandson's old iPad and they use less energy than the laptop. I'm going to test on myself. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Patrick wants to know, have I considered an old ambulance for my next build? It's going to depend because I think it's going to take me anywhere from 3 to 5 years to save up the amount of money I want to spend on my next rig. So I'm hoping to find something around the $3,000 to $5,000 mark. I personally don't mind the size of an E150. I don't want another Ford. I want a Chevy or a Dodge. I just want something I can stand in with a high top. I don't mind a cargo van. I just want to stand up. It would be nice to have an old ambulance. It would be nice to have a small schoolie. But the more I think about those, the more I realize that they take more gas. And I just don't make enough money to have a gas guzzler. I really don't. I just don't. So why get something that's going to require more gas, which means I have to travel less. So, and you guys know every year I go to the East Coast. That's a lot of gas money. I mean, it was a lot of gas money coming out here in this vehicle compared to the minivan. So I don't think I want to do anything that's going to take way more gas than this van does. If this van was in better mechanical shape, I would definitely consider putting a high top on it and spending the $3,000 for that. But I feel like I should get something in better mechanical shape. Plus, I want something wider that I can make my bed across. I cannot make my bed across this, even though I am still considering doing it and just being bunched up. And I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, she's crazy. but my head and my feet touch the windows when I lay across this van, and I am only 5'4". So several times a night, I do stretch out because my hip and my knee demand it. The pain in my knee and my left hip demand that I stretch out at least 4 to 7 times a night. I have to completely stretch out for like 5 minutes to relieve just pains and aches, and then I can go back to sleeping on my side. I have to do that like 4 or 5 times a night. And it's a pain because when I first got this van, that was my biggest thing was, yay, I can finally have my bed across. So I put it across and I laid there and my head was touching the glass and my feet were touching the glass of the other window. And I was like, this ain't gonna work. So my biggest thing for the next vehicle is going to be, can I stand up in it and can I put my bed across? Because that's very important to me. So I need a van that's about 6 feet this way so that I can put my bed across this way. Because I think that's going to open up so much more room for me, especially for videoing. I can actually sit my chair here and my table here and prop my laptop up and do all my stuff that I need to do for editing on my cell phone, on my tablet. Like everything can be all set up. So I can't do that now. Matter of fact, my table, my little TV folding table with the legs, is actually now my sink. We cut it up and we made a sink. I'll have to show you guys in another video. But so yeah, my sink is all set up now. But because I wasn't using the folding table, it was just staying in the back folded up because there's really nowhere to put it. There's just nowhere to put it. So I hope that answers the question about me doing an ambulance. So an ambulance, even though it already has all the mechanical stuff in it, which is really cool, I don't know how well they do on gas. Oh, Maggie said I left the potatoes in the fire. Pebble says, thinking about becoming a van dweller, is it hard to find someone to camp with or to travel with? I don't think so. It depends on if you're willing to put in the work to find someone. I keep telling you guys, go to Bob. Bob has been doing this for like 15, 20 years, maybe even more. He's got resources that I don't have. He has a forum that's up and running with thousands of people on it. You can find somebody on his forum. You can meet him at the RTR. You can make arrangements to meet the person that you met on the forum at RTR. See if you guys actually get along after talking on the forum, if you get along in person. And if so, then you can take off after the 2 weeks of RTR, take off and travel together. It's easy to find someone to travel with. Judith says, I'll bring the cast iron and help with repairs. Judith is just too good to me. Maggie says, I have a step ladder. I'd love to borrow a ladder for an hour or so, and I will help with what I can. Awesome. Thanks, Maggie. I probably will need your help. You have the knowledge that I need. Although it's actually not knowledge that I need. I know what I'm doing. But yeah, anyway. Yes, Patrick, they do. Ambulances do have all that stuff all ready to go. Extraordinaire says you could still lay and stretch diagonal if your bed were wider. Yeah, that's the point. I don't want a wider bed because if that's just going to take up room that I don't want to give up. So yeah, the whole point is I want my bed to stay the exact same width that it is right now and still be able to sleep across. And I can't do that in this van. It doesn't make sense to me to turn my bed around this way and make it wider and take up the room that I want to have. To me, that just doesn't make logical sense. Because I could easily make my bed a double-sized bed, but the room that I was going to get by turning my bed that way is now lost. So it doesn't even make sense to do that. Clifton says, I'm new to your channel and I enjoy your videos. Thank you for watching, Clifton. Thank you for joining the Vanner family and the journey. Patrick wants to know, how long will I be having my mailbox? I keep my Arizona mailbox. It's year round, but don't send me packages after March. Actually, I think I'm going to stay in Arizona, or at least close to Arizona, all the way through April, because we left early April last year and it was still kind of cold in places. So I think I'm going to wait to travel up north until the end of April. So I will keep my mailbox probably until like April 15th as far as me checking mail, but I pay for it annually. It's like $100 a year. So I pay for it annually. So I don't receive gifts and packages after I leave the area. So if you end up sending me something, I tell my guy to just return to sender, and those things will come back to you after the 15th or 20th. Maggie says you want to be picky on who you travel with. Seriously. Yeah, you definitely want to meet up with someone in a public area. Like, don't meet with them privately. You want to spend a couple of weeks or even a month talking via the forum. Don't give out your personal info unless it's like a like your Gmail that you use on YouTube that's kind of public. You can give that email address out, but or make a new, because you can have as many Gmail accounts as you want. So maybe make a new Gmail account that you don't mind giving out to people on the forum. And I would just chat through the forum first and maybe go back and find any conversations that person has been in before on the forum and just see kind of where their head is at and that they're not too cuckoo crazy, because you don't know who's on the forum. There's no way for Bob to vet anybody on the forum that you meet. So, I mean, if you end up with a serial killer, that's on you. A Bumpy Rose says you probably already answered this question. Where will you be camping at the new RTR? Look for the video on the 7th of January showing you where I will be camped at, and it will be close to the old RTR spot. Yep, I think that's it for the questions, right? Yeah, I'm all caught up now. Sister Bear says, I agree about traveling with someone new. Start traveling with people you know. The problem is a lot of people don't know anyone living this lifestyle, especially on the East Coast, and they're coming out to Arizona, so they're looking for some caravanners. So my thought process about that is you probably already should have found someone by now, because you're cutting it close to get to know somebody on the forum. But go ahead and jump on the forum like tonight. People are usually on there all the time because everyone's in different time zones. Jump on there tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Spend the day on there chatting with folks and just post, you got to, I think you have to join it first. It's a free account or whatever. I think you have to join the forum first and just make your question on there. Traveling from the East Coast to RTR, anybody else doing the same or something? Ask your question and see who answers you. And then if, have conversations under your thread that you started with people. And if anybody stands out or a couple people stand out as people you might want to travel with, then go and conversate with them directly and just get to know them. Ask questions about them. Maybe see if they have social media like Instagram. You can go to their Instagram, and you don't have to friend them on Facebook because some people don't want to friend people, but go to their Instagram, because you can look at someone's Instagram stuff unless they have it marked private, and just see what kind of things they're posting and stuff like that. But at this point, this late in December, you should have already found a traveling buddy. So if you haven't, get on it. Get on it, because you've got like maybe a week. Not even a week, because most people from the East Coast are already on the road traveling this way. So you really, unless you're just one of those people that likes to push all those thousands of miles in 2 or 3 days, that's on you. I don't know. I can't do it. That's why I take a month, because I'm traveling slow. I don't do that. I do about 300 miles max a day. Sometimes I only end up doing 150 a day. But I don't like to travel like that. I like to travel slow, at a very slow pace, and take my time, because I can't sit that long and I just can't drive that long. So anyway, definitely find you somebody in the next tonight or tomorrow that doesn't seem like they're cuckoo, or even find a group of people. Just say, hey, we can meet at XYZ gas station and travel to XYZ truck stop or rest stop. Like, you don't have to get out of your vehicles, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can just be together kind of thing. I mean, it's on you how you do it, but just be careful. Just be careful. That's all I can say. Val says that Bob has caravans going that you can join to camp with on BLM land 2 weeks at a time. As far as I know, the 2 caravans are already here on the West Coast. We're talking people traveling from other parts in the country coming to Arizona. I don't recall him talking about any caravans coming from like the East Coast over. So unless I'm wrong about that, again, check the forum. Pebbles wants to know what the gadget is over my shoulder. So this is my whole electrical situation that I got going on. At some point I would like to neaten this up, but I really have nowhere else to put it. So it's here. This is my inverter. This is my charge controller. This is just a light. And my batteries are actually my battery is actually underneath me, under my bed. So, yeah. How many gallons of water do I carry to the RTR personally? Oh, I don't carry a lot of water because you can get water in Quartzsite. You can refill your water in Quartzsite, or you can drive over to Parker and refill your water and stuff there too. So I have a 3-gallon short jug. It's 3 gallons, short one of the blue ones. I have that in the back. And then I have 5-gallon of fresh. So 8 gallons is normally what I carry. Anywhere from 8 to 10. Because remember, every gallon of water is like 7 or 8 pounds. So that's weight. But yeah, so 8 to 10 gallons of water is all that I do. I'm trying to be very lenient with my water. I try and use it more for drinking and washing my body. Dishes get washed as quickly as possible. So you wipe it out with a paper towel first. And then you use some vinegar. And baking soda to clean it and wipe it out some more, because that way you don't have a soapy residue. If you don't really rinse it extra well, it's okay because there's no soapy residue, because vinegar and baking soda are both edible things. They're not going to hurt you if you get a little bit in your system. So that's how I do my dishes. I try to anyway. I try to be very easy with water. I have gotten a little bit lax on that while being here in this town because it's so readily available for me to go grab water. So I got to get back into the habit of being stingy with my water to prepare myself for RTR. Because if I don't have to buy it, I don't want to buy it. But there is one of the grocery stores in town sells the blue 3-gallon jug of water. And you get the whole jug and it's full of water. And I want to say that I bought those for $5 last year, and I bought 2 of them. So those were the 2 I would take in to refill. And then refill my 5-gallon here with that. And I would just leave them outside the van. Didn't matter to me because I'm always heat up my water if I need hot water anyway to wash up and stuff. So I would leave those 2 sitting outside the van full. And then when my 5-gallon gets low, I can just use a funnel and refill from the 3-gallon into the 5. And I would just take those 2. Or if anybody was making a run into town, I would just give them my 2 water jugs and say, hey, could you fill these, and give them the cash. But water can be anywhere from 20 cents a gallon up to 27 or 30 cents a gallon. Usually you can fill up a 5-gallon one for $1 or $1.25. So just depends. Maggie says, if you are traveling alone, I would just stop at truck stops on your way and just sleep close to the entrance and you should be okay. Yeah, I don't mind doing truck stops. I don't really like the engines of the trucks running. Ugh, it drives me nuts. So I personally prefer rest stops. They tend to be quieter because the trucks tend to be on one side and the cars tend to be on the other side. Excuse me. Lena says, I looked up a Nissan Quest and it is 78 inches wide. If someone would bless you with one, would you accept it and then put on some type of height on it? I don't think I really want to go back to a minivan. Because I would be losing so much room inside. Everything that's in this van right now would not fit in a minivan. Not even remotely. So I don't think I would go back to a minivan unless I absolutely had to. If I had to, I would definitely have to do a huge purge and get rid of a lot of stuff. Because this all would not fit in a minivan at all. So I would prefer not to go back to a minivan. I kind of want to stay with this E150 kind of size. Just have a high top and have one, the Chevy or the Dodge just a little bit wider, because an actual cargo van is wider than this conversion van. So maybe by about 5 or 6 inches, which is all I need. So, but be careful about looking up specs for passenger type vans, because where it says it's 78 inches wide, that could be the outside. They might be including the outside. That might not be the interior dimensions. And if they are saying interior is 78 inches, you have to take into account that it has the plastic molding on the sides. So you may not be getting a true 78 inches. Just take that into account. RW says, I did Florida to California in 4 days, stopping only at rest stops and gas stations. Just don't go too long on low. I don't know what that means. Mr. G says, I drove from LA to Portland. I just used rest stops to sleep a few hours. New Nomadic says, New Mexico rest areas are all 24 hours, so nice. Yeah, on the East Coast, I found that South Carolina, they would not allow overnight parking in their rest stops, which I thought was crazy. I think it was South Carolina. I think that's where it was. Maggie saying, yep, people often check to see if you need water or to dump garbage when they go into town. So yeah, usually when someone's going into town, they'll ask the people surrounded next to them, do you have any trash you want me to take? Or do you want me to refill any of your water? That's the sense of community that you get, because not everybody has a rig that's very easy to move and go into town every day. So a lot of times people will say, do you want to ride with me? Like, especially people who have a tow vehicle. You know, if they can carry 2 or 3 people, they'll say, hey, I'm going into town. Anybody else want to come? That way you can just do all your errands with their vehicle. Like if they're already going to the grocery store, you just all go to the grocery store together. You get the couple of bags of groceries each, fill up your water, and then, you know what I'm saying? So it's nice when people do that. More people need to be, just remember to do that. If you're going into town anyway, what difference is it going to hurt you to fill up somebody's, 1 or 2 gallons or 3 gallons or even 5 gallons of water? What's the big deal? They're gonna give you the money for it. It's not like you're doing it for free. So anyway, I mean, but even still, I've filled people's water up for free. Whatever. Judith says Crystal needs a road trek blessing. Oh, low on gas. A road trek would be nice. My only thing about a road trek, and I've told you this before, Judy, is I am that kind of person that wants to gut it. So where I would like a road trek, because it's so much wood, that would drive me nuts. I would want to gut it, and I don't want the real toilet, so I would want to gut some stuff. Is if I got a road trek, I would feel bad gutting it, because I feel like, that's a waste of someone's money if I gut everything out. But I would want to gut all the wood and get rid of the wood. I really would. I just don't like wood. And I know, just paint it. But you have the weight still. You still have the weight of the wood, which also makes your gas mileage. I don't want any tanks, so I would probably get rid of the tanks. So there would be things I'd want to do to it. So my thing is, where I would like a road trek is not a big deal. I would like a road trek in some respects because of the height, and it's already kind of laid out in the format of a camper van. But I know that there would be things about it that I would want to take completely out and gut. Like, I don't want a real toilet, and I don't want a black tank. I don't even honestly want a gray tank. I would probably get rid of the gray tank and put a smaller gray tank in. Because I don't want to deal with tanks. I would probably put, like, if it came, I don't know what size road treks comes with, a 15 or a 20. I don't know. Maybe I put a 10-gallon gray tank in there and just get rid of the black altogether. And probably the fresh water, I would just use the 5-gallon containers under the sink as fresh water and not have a freshwater tank either. I just am not a fan of tanks. I really am not. I'm not a fan of the plumbing and the electrical and all the systems that you have to deal with, the fridge and all that. I'm just not a fan of that, because when that stuff goes, it can be expensive to fix. You don't know where to take it. You got to take it to an RV place. It's not something that I put in, so I don't know how it's set up. I don't know how to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So there are pros and cons to everything, and everybody has what they like and don't like, has their own needs and whatnot. So that's just me. That's just me. I mean, don't mess around between Texas and California with low gas, because some of the stations on Google Maps are closed. Oh, interesting. Val says women can join the women's Facebook group. Some women posting there can only make the RTR Group name is Women's RTR 2018 and beyond. So yeah, you can join the Women's RTR Facebook group if you're a woman and you want to find someone to travel with. Just don't think you're gonna be safe just because it's a woman. There are crazy women out there too. I would still vet them. New Nomadic says, I so agree, Crystal. As far as gutting something, yeah. Judith says, no need to feel bad because you're making it your own. That is true. Lainey says, I know I want one of those so bad. You want a road track? Maggie says, the built-in propane tank is safe and it will save you tons of money. Yeah, I don't mind the built-in propane. That's actually pretty cool. The built-in propane is fine. I don't have an issue with that because then I can run the heater and the cooktop and all that. That's fine. I'm talking about the actual plumbing and all that, and the tanks, all that weight from the water, and dealing with going to dump tanks, and I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. I will use my bucket toilet and burn trash. And somebody even told me the other day, just burn your poop, throw your poop in the fire too when you're burning your trash. And I'm like, you know what? I never even thought of that, but people do burn those cow chips, which is cow poop, that they cook on. And I'm like, why didn't I think about that? This whole time I've been just throwing my bags of poop, in the trash when I go into town, but I could really just throw those on the fire. Just have a separate little fire where you burn the trash and the poop, and then the other fire where we meet around and cook. So I'm probably going to do that at RTR. We'll have a smaller fire pit for trash burning, and if people want to burn poop or whatever, throw it in there, and then we'll have the main fire pit in the middle of camp where we can cook on and sit around and talk around and all that. But it just makes sense. Oh no, Judith, she said open the tanks as you drive away. That's disgusting. You cannot do that. You will get a big old ticket. Mr. G said he's too bougie for a bucket toilet. I can't. Extraordinary says that's gonna stink, especially if it's in plastic. Whatever. Whatever. Actually, somebody did burn their poop, and I did not smell it. So I smelled plastic smell, but I did not smell poop. Anyway. Lainey says, put the poop in a paper bag and not plastic. We burned plastic bags before. It is what it is. I guess you had a paper bag for poop and keep it in. I guess if you had a paper bag for poop and kept it in a sealed container until you burned it. I don't know. It's going to be what it's going to be, okay? Just whatever it is what it is. Crystal burns poop, then she'll think she's hot. Oh my gosh. Maggie says, I'll burn poop with you. Oh my gosh. It was okay to for him to post that, Pam. It's all right. That was okay. I appreciate you taking your responsibility serious, but it was okay for him to post that particular thing. He doesn't mean anything by it. Patrick has been on here before, and he's okay. And he put the little asterisk. He didn't write out the cuss word, so it's okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to be thinking about getting me something to eat here. I don't know what time it is. What time is it? What time is it in Arizona? Is the iPad says 7:04, but I know that's not it. It's 8. Yeah, it's 8:04. I don't know why the iPad says that. I have been trying my best to go on to Fiverr. New Nomadic says, I'm saving cardboard and burnables for the campfires. Yes, definitely save all your cardboard and burnables. And if you're one of the people coming to RTR for the first time, bring wood. We always need wood. It's a little bit expensive. A little bit expensive in Quartzsite because they all know that the RTR are there and people come to Quartzsite and they don't really want to travel to Parker and all that. I'll be bringing one bundle of wood with me because I just don't have space for more than that. So I'll stop in Parker and get wood But although maybe I won't, because I know I saw something or heard something on Bob's video where they said don't bring the 2x4 wood, but the Ace Hardware in Parker sells a bundle of cut 2x4s as a bundle of wood. And it burned really well last year. And I don't know if he means don't bring treated wood, because I don't think it's treated. But I don't know. Steven is saying get the firewood from the guy across from Rice Ranch. Is it cheaper? Because I did buy some juniper wood last year at RTR in Quartzsite area, and it was a little bit expensive, I thought. But I did buy a bundle of it, so eh. Anyway, Shorty says a lot of Home Depots have free bins of wood cuts. Yeah, but we don't want to burn wood that's been treated with any kind of chemical, because we're going to be sitting around that breathing that, and nobody wants to breathe that in. Yes, my iPad is apparently on Los Angeles or California time, so that's the thing about being on this part of Arizona. Sometimes your devices bounce back and forth. They pick up California time or they pick up Arizona time, so I don't understand. Mr. G says they're going to have public toilets at RTR. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Unless they get way more public toilets than they had last year, all of those thousands of people using like 5 porta potties ain't gonna work. And if you have to go pee in the middle of the night or poop in the middle of the night, are you really gonna go walking all the way over to wherever they plan on putting those toilets? I'm just saying, think about this. You might want to buy a $3 5-gallon bucket from Walmart, the $1 jug from Dollar Tree, and the Walmart bags in the back for the poop. I'm just saying. I have a video on my channel of how I set mine up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And he did say if you have a way to use the restroom in your rig, don't use the public toilets. Because I'm thinking they're not going to have enough and they don't want everyone using them. And they're going to have them, hopefully, he said, every day someone's going to come and empty them out. But still, it's not going to be convenient if you've got to go in the middle of the night, or if it's just a cold day, you got to walk all the way first thing in the morning. You got to walk all the way. Nah. Now, I can understand if you're a tent camper and maybe you don't have a way to pee and poop, although, a 5-gallon bucket will work in a tent too. I'm just saying. Mr. G is saying he's going to have his own porta potty in his tent. He's too bougie for the public pool. You're going to be in a tent again? Oh my gosh. Well, you kept pretty warm last year, I guess, so. Maggie's saying I'd rather use my van to pee and poop in. Yeah, I don't mind using my bucket because when I poop, I sprinkle a little bit of borax on it to cut the smell, and I tie it up right away. And I usually hang it on the driver's side mirror outside. So if you see bags of poop hanging on my side mirror or bags hanging from my side mirror, that's what's in them, poop. And usually you can't tell what's in it. They are tied up, but because I don't want to smell it in here. And then I light an incense or I burn some sage. Or you strike a match or whatever to help the smell. Open your door and let it air out. The smell's only in here for like 5 minutes and then it's gone. If you keep the fresh poop in your van, then yes, it's going to stink. But anyway, I'm just saying. So Val is saying that wood has nails. So the 2x4 wood that Ace sells as firewood does not have nails. It was never used. It's brand new 2x4 that they cut up and bundle and sell it in Parker at the Ace in Parker as firewood. It does not have nails in it. It has never been used. It has never been screwed into, nailed into, anything. It's not treated. They sell it as firewood. So no. that Ace in Parker, at least last year, they had bundles of it sitting outside, and you could buy a bundle for like $7. So no, it does not have nails in it. And even to be honest with you, when I take wooden things apart in my van, we burn that wood and then we just pick the nails out of the fire later when it's cool the next day. So I don't understand why it would be such a big deal to burn wood with nails if you're going to pick the nails or the screws out of the fire pit. All you do is sift through the ash the next day and pick it all out and bundle it up in a trash bag and throw it away. Because they're going to have dumpsters this year at RTR, which is a great thing. Dumpsters at RTR is the best thing because now I don't have to go into town to dump the poop. I can just dump it in the dumpster. Just saying. Nicole wants to know if would I travel pulling a small cargo or RV trailer instead of a high top van? No. I mean, I wouldn't mind one of those hitches on the back that's like the tray hitch. I don't want the one with wheels, but they have one at Harbor Freight where it's just like a tray on the back and you could put like a big container on it. I wouldn't mind one of those because I would put my propane out there. But no, I don't want to pull a trailer at all. And I want the high top because I want to stand. The high top has nothing to do with storage. It has to do with me standing up. Extraordinaire says, do you use kitty litter or cedar chips or something similar in your bucket? I do not. I poop directly into the bag and I do sprinkle a little borax on top of it. Once I'm done, in the wiping, I use a baby wipe torn in half and a piece of tissue. So I wipe with the tissue first and then I use the baby wipe, the two halves of the baby wipe to clean myself further. Throw that in the bag with the poop, borax on top, tie it up, take it outside immediately. So yeah. But some people do use kitty litter. I just don't want, I would have to have a bag of kitty litter in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just more stuff to carry. I don't have a lot of room where my toilet is. So, like, I wouldn't have a place to put the kitty litter to have it readily available to put in the bag. I use one bag, one poop, that's it. Some people put cedar chips or sawdust or kitty litter in a bag and they poop in it a couple of times before they tie it up and throw it away. I do one bag per poop. That's it. It's up to everybody how they're comfortable. Daryl wants to know, am I still in the Ford? Yes, still in the Cardinal van. Yep. A van is running good. Still need a couple more things. Tune up and back tires and the ABS module. RW says, now you have me wondering if your bags have ever gotten stolen off the mirror because people will steal anything they think is forgotten outside. No, people normally don't go around stealing things. I have not encountered that. There is a free pile. People will put stuff in a free pile or people will mark things as free if they leave it in front of their vehicles. But like even today, V went into town today and the generator was outside. I didn't realize she had left it so far away from my van. I thought she had attached it to my van because I heard her doing stuff next to my front tire here. I thought she had attached it to my tire, but she had propped something up against my van, something else. But I just kept peeking out. The generator was fine. She bought a generator used from Uncle Homer actually. But yeah, so it was fine. Nobody bothered it. I just kept peeking out every so often once I realized it wasn't attached to my vehicle. It was hours before I realized it wasn't attached to my vehicle though. So it could have been taken at any time. But nobody messed with it. People don't usually tend to do that. So no. Hey, Monster. I do have a can of Lysol, so since I've been sick with the Mercer, I've been wiping a lot of things down. Let me show you what I've been using to clean my surfaces down in my van. So these two things, actually three things. Hold on, let me grab the third thing. Okay. Whew. Okay, had to lean all the way over there. All right, so these are the things I've been wiping surfaces down just daily and sometimes several times a day, especially my toilet and sink area. So I've been using, not in any particular order, just depends I've been using the alcohol, which I just put a Dollar Tree. When you buy the Dollar Tree empty spray bottles, I just take the nozzle off of those and put them directly on the bottle that I'm using, because it just, that way I don't have to label the bottle. I know what's in there. So this is alcohol. So this is Walmart alcohol, because I think their percentage rate was higher than the Dollar Tree's alcohol, and it's also a bigger bottle. So you just get the Dollar Tree bottle or the Walmart empty spray bottles, and you put it directly on the container. Same thing with my vinegar. I do the same thing. I take the spray nozzle off the bottle and put it directly on the vinegar bottle. I also have the regular Lysol. I didn't get any of those weird fancy fragrances because you don't need all that. Just a regular Lysol, and it does kill some MRSA germs. I don't know which strain of MRSA I have, but it kills a lot of germs. And then I also have the Clorox Hard Surface Anywhere. So I've been using all three of these things to just clean daily, and sometimes more than, like, the sink area gets cleaned more than once a day, sometimes 3-4 times a day, and the toilet area gets cleaned several times a day as well, because obviously toilet. So yeah, I've been using those three things to clean stuff. I've been spraying a lot on, like, my plastic bins, because I'm opening the drawers, so I do spray Lysol on those. And then every other day or so, I take the Clorox stuff with a paper towel and wipe the handles down on those. But during the day, I kind of spray them down. What else? Use a magnet to get the nails and the screws out of the fire pit. Yes, you can do that too. Someone says, do you have a shovel? Make a cat hole. Okay, keyhole. Yes, you can make a cat hole and put your poop and bury it. That is totally acceptable. However, in the Arizona desert, the ground is hard as a rock. There's no shoveling it. People can't even put their tent stakes in the ground. That's how hard the ground is. So if you're going to spend all that time digging a 6-inch or 12-inch, however many inches is supposed to be, go for it. But I'm not doing that. Extraordinaire says a thief deserved the bag of poop. Yes, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. We need about 40 more thumbs ups. If you haven't done thumbs up yet, hit it real quick for me. Crystal, would you like to buy a shuttle bus? I am not buying anything because I don't have funds. There's no money for me right now. In about 3 to 5 years, I'll have money saved to buy something. I'm not sure about a shuttle bus. I used to think I wanted a small schoolie or a shuttle bus because they're plenty wide, plenty big, plenty of room to stand. But the more I think about a bigger vehicle, the more I think about the gas. So putting gas in a bigger vehicle, there's a, you know what I'm saying? It's like pros and cons. Good night, Sister Bear. If you can shovel a hole in the ground in the Arizona desert, I would definitely sit and watch you do that. It is just so hard. Somebody says DT alcohol is 50%, Walmart is 70%. RW is saying that. This alcohol is 91%. This one's 91, and this is Equate is the Walmart brand. So this is 91%. It says antiseptic, topical antiseptic and sanitizer, antibacterial cleansing agent for minor cuts, abrasions. I mean, it's for skin, but, whatever. Yeah, I'll show you my vinegar that I use to clean with. Same thing. You just buy the spray nozzle, and whatever vinegar you buy, you just put it on. They all pretty much fit these kinds of bottles. They all pretty much have that same size opening, which is like the soda bottle size. So I just buy whatever vinegar I buy. This is only 5% acidity. So, and this is like the dollar store one, whatever. I'm getting low, you can see. So the next time I go into town, which is probably either tomorrow, which is Sunday, yeah, or Monday, I will buy another jug of another thing of vinegar. I think what I'm going to do is go to the grocery store this time and buy the 1 gallon jug of vinegar because I use so much vinegar. It just makes sense to buy the 1 jug. I used to buy that, but the last couple of times I've just been buying the 1 bottle. Don't know why I stopped buying the jug. I do have a spot in the very back corner where my laundry detergent is, where the a jug of vinegar, a 1 gallon jug of vinegar can fit. So I'm going to buy the 1 gallon jug of vinegar and then just refill this. But I do have an apple cider vinegar as well with a spray top, which is what I use to, and I don't like this spray top as much. So FYI, if you're at the dollar store or Walmart and you're buying spray tops, buy the ones that are either white or clear here with the colored nozzle. They tend to be a little stiffer, They don't spin. I personally don't like this loosey-goosey one. It just spins and spins. I don't like it. Don't ask me why. I just don't. I don't have no rhyme or reason. I just don't like it. But anyway, I buy the cheap dollar apple cider vinegar. I also have the Bragg's apple cider vinegar as well, but I clean my vegetables and stuff with this. But I do have the glass Bragg apple cider vinegar, which I use internally. Take a shot of it or put some in my water bottle and drink. So this is in a glass bottle. I don't put a spray top on this. So, oh, hold on. So the only 2 things I have that are glass are the apple cider vinegar I just showed you, the Bragg, and my Cholula. Those are the only 2 glass bottles. Everything else tends to be plastic. So they just come in glass. They don't come in plastic. So it is what it is. Look what I found at the 99-cent dollar store. It's a little funnel. Isn't that cute? I thought it was cute. I don't know if I'm going to use it. But I just thought it was kind of unique. I hadn't seen a collapsible funnel. It was only 99 cents, so I bought it. And they didn't have red, so I got pink. They had pink, green, and blue. So if there's no red something, then I get black. If there's no black and no red and no black, I get gray. If there's no red, black, or gray, I'll get white. And if there's no red, black, gray, or white, then I'll get pink. Anyway. Keep Lysol in my car for every road trip. Spray down any public restroom. Yes, definitely spray down public restrooms. Keyhole Computer Guru says, Crystal, use hydrogen peroxide and white vinegar for disinfectant, no strong chemicals. I do have hydrogen peroxide, but I don't use it on surfaces because I end up bleaching my clothing every single time I use it. So I use it for my body. Like if I have a cut or something, I'll put hydrogen peroxide on it. Or if I'm doing like if I'm sink washing something, like you know, I don't know, a pair of socks or whatever. I don't know. But I have like a container that I use for hand washables. And one of the main hand washables that I wash by hand on a regular basis is I use sorry guys, there are men on here, but there are women too, and I am a woman, so this is a woman thing. But I use I have a 3-pack of cotton reusable sanitary napkins or pads, menstrual pads. So I do put those in the container with hot water, hydrogen peroxide, and let them soak when my cycle is done, and then wring them out, let them air dry, and then put them in the laundry basket to actually launder. But that's really the only time I use hydrogen peroxide is for those, and for any open wounds, I'll put hydrogen alcohol and then hydrogen peroxide on, because I end up bleaching my clothes. I already have a couple of shirts that have spots on them because of hydrogen peroxide. So yeah, I try not to use it in the van. I'd rather use the alcohol because it won't bleach anything. Seth wants to know if Aquaman will be a good movie. Yes, I think it will be. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try and go see that. Good night, Miss Harris. Take Lysol as spread on the door handle. Lysol. Okay. Yep, Maggie, listen to the message I left you on Messenger. Hi Crystal, just happened to see you have a live chat. Yeah, I'm not gonna be on much longer. I'm sorry you're just joining us, but yep. All those that are leaving, good night. Those that are leaving. Thank you, living in a van. How are you? Guys, if you want to watch some pretty cool, I haven't watched your channel in a while, living in a van. Definitely check out Living in a Van's channel. He's got some cool footage there. And I don't know if you're still in a van, but I hope you are. Okay. I don't know who is saying what to who. Thank you so much. So the live stream is sharp. That's good. I'm glad. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What about Godzilla? Yeah, I'm not watching Godzilla. I have decided, except for a very few remakes, I'm not watching remakes anymore. And I'm not watching Godzilla. I've already decided. I'm tired of Hollyweird just regurgitating movies that were already deemed classics and very good. Like, I'm not gonna watch Aladdin because Robin Williams was the only genie that I want to see. And I love Will Smith to death. As a matter of fact, Will Smith has been my all-time long-term celebrity crush, the only celebrity I've ever had a crush on, and who I would definitely do whatever he wanted if he asked. But I don't want to see Will Smith as Genie. I'm not watching Aladdin. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm not watching Aladdin at all. Not even a little bit. Oh, Living in Van is currently living in a house. But anyway, I hope your videos are still up because they're still very helpful for a lot of people who want to be in a minivan. Your setup was very excellent. So definitely watch it. So yeah, I've decided I'm just not doing it. Veronica Johnson wants to know, do I use it full strength? Use what full strength? The alcohol? Yes. Everything in a spray bottle comes straight out the spray bottle full strength. Yes. All right. Thanks, Living in the Van, for joining. Do I like Michael Jackson? Seth is asking some really weird questions. Yeah, nope, I'm not watching Lion King. Extraordinaire wants to know, yes, I do like Michael Jackson's music. Yes, I'll be at the RTR, so if you're coming, find me. Mr. G says that the last Godzilla movie was good. I did watch the last Godzilla movie. It was good, but I'm done. Don't keep remaking stuff. The King Kong movie, it was all right. But I'm tired of watching remakes. I mean, y'all ain't got no more imagination. Y'all can't come up with some new material. Y'all can't come up with some unique, different stuff. If you don't have nothing else to make movies about, there are lots of true stories. I particularly want to see some true stories about Black people and how, because I'm tired of slavery movies. So I mean, there's so many good stories. Black inventors, blacks in engineers, avionics, military. Like, there's so many real good movies and books that should be made into movies. Stop regurgitating and remaking stuff. There's been how many Spider-Man movies? I'm just saying. I'm tired. I can't do it. I can't do it. I did watch Bird Box. It was really good. I try and watch most of the movies that Sandra Bullock is in, because Sandra Bullock is another person from my area, the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. I try and support her. My mom, fun fact, my mother actually worked with Sandra Bullock before she left the DMV area to become a movie star. She was working at USAA, and Sandra was there for several months, I think maybe even a year, as a temp. And my mom worked with her, and she left that job. They did a little party for her and everything because she was going to Hollywood to become an actress. And so my mom actually knew Sandra as Sandy back in the day before she became famous. Just saying. Pinky says the remakes are never as good as the originals, ever, especially if the remakes of foreign films. Don't be afraid to watch Bird Box. It was really good. It was really good. I can't tell you what it is because people haven't watched it. I'm not doing spoilers. But if you have Netflix, or if you have somebody's login that they'll let you use for Netflix, go watch Bird Box. Also, if you're on Netflix, watch The Travelers. If you like sci-fi, and watch that. The Travelers is good. I just watched all 3 seasons. Well, 2, because I already watched season 1 before, but I watched 2 and 3 back to back. Watch The Travelers. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Amazon Prime TV for free. Download the app. They have a lot of good originals on Amazon Prime Video or TV, whatever it's called. And one good movie on Amazon Prime to watch is called The Dressmaker. Really good movie. Don't know how I stumbled upon it, but I watched it a few months ago and it's really good. Also, The Marvelous Miss Maisel on Amazon is really good series. 2 seasons of that are on now. Goodbye, Seth. So yeah. Something the Lord Made is a good movie. Yes, that's a really good movie. I wouldn't call Bird Box a horror movie. Being a horror movie fanatic, I would not call Bird Box a horror movie. It was not scary. You don't even get to see what they're running from. So, it was more of a suspense thriller, maybe with a little sprinkle of horror. I personally don't call it a horror movie. You mean on Netflix, Mowgli? I did watch Mowgli, which is the Jungle Book remake. I did watch it just to see. It was okay. I still prefer the original cartoony one from way back in the day. That's just me. That's just me. Get Out was a great movie. I can't wait for Jordan Peele's next movie, which is Us. That looks like it's going to be another suspense / horror movie, which is going to be good. Cannot wait to see that. Kim says her celebrity crush is Shamar Moore. Yeah, that's a good piece of eye candy right there. He's a good piece of eye candy. He really is. I just like a guy that can make me laugh, which is why I think I've always loved Will Smith. I like the fact that he's goofy and corny, and I love that because that's how I am. I love that. I like joking around. I like being goofy and corny and just doing crazy weird stuff. I like that. So I think from his rap career to his television career to his movie career, I just have always had a crush on him from day one. So, thank you, Veronica, for joining. Oh, it's a little bit scary, extraordinaire. If you don't like anything remotely scary, you might not like it. It's a little bit scary for those who don't like horror. As someone who loves horror, it wasn't really scary to me. Okay, so Letitia, I think I said your name right, is saying that she doesn't do horror and she watched Bird Box. So there you go. From someone who doesn't really like horror. Did you like it though, Letitia? Glitch is another good series on Netflix, Pinky is saying. Seth says, do you like musicals? I'm not a big fan of musicals, but there are a couple that I have seen that I'm like, oh, this wasn't too bad for a musical. I'm not a huge fan of musicals though. Like I don't go searching for musicals because I'm just not into musicals. But like a couple of the classics, like obviously The Sound of Music, I'll watch that. Mary Poppins is considered a musical, so I watch that. But I'm not watching the new Mary Poppins. I have my job on Fridays where I go check out the trailers of new videos, new movies coming out. So I go to the 2 theaters here in town and I get to check out the trailers. I don't get to watch the movie for free. I have to pay if I want to watch the movie, but my job is to watch the trailers before a showing. Like before Aquaman last Friday, I had to go before not this past Friday, the Friday before that, before Christmas. I went to the opening of Aquaman to check the trailers. I'm not watching the new Mary Poppins. No. 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 The original Mary Poppins, what's her name? Julie Andrews. Isn't she still alive? Why can't we have her do Mary Poppins? I'm not doing it. I don't see that. What's that girl's name that's playing Mary Poppins in the new one? I can't remember her name, but I've seen her in other things. I don't see her as Mary Poppins. I'm not doing it. I'm just saying, no, I'm not doing it. Thanks for joining us, Veronica Johnson. Can you say my name? I'm sad. No, I'm not saying your name. Get off of here. Why would you go somebody live and say, can you say my name? No. No. Come on. Ask a question. I'm sorry that you're sad, but ask a question. What can we do to cheer you up besides saying your name? Because that's not legit gonna make you happy. We can do the happy dance. Bum, 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 bum. Let me know what. Let me find some music on YouTube that's copyright free that we can dance to for a second and make you happy. How about we do a happy dance? Give me 2 seconds here. Boom. Go in here. Nope, can't go there. Go to Creator Studio. Where's Creator Studio? Really? See, this is when you don't know when you're using a new device. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, so I gotta go into, I gotta get it on the, hold on, I gotta get it in the youtube.com. I gotta go on the website to do this. Okay, this is the problem. I'm sorry. Hold on, give me a second. And then we're gonna go sign in. Blah, blah, blah. Put in the email. Hold on, we're gonna make you happy, but I'm not gonna say your name to make you happy. That's just crazy talk. I'm in a dancing music kind of mood. Let's whoever's left on here. Okay, it's asking me if I'm trying to sign in. Oh, I might get disconnected. I hope I don't. All right, we might get disconnected. Okay, I think we got disconnected, but that's okay. Because I'm signed in now. Sorry about that. Okay, now we're gonna go and we're gonna do, I want to do the desktop setting. Request desktop, okay. And it's thinking about it. Okay, now we're gonna go into the Creator Studio. Okay, I'm gonna get you some music, so we gonna dance. Go to Create on the left hand side, find free music that doesn't need any attribution, meaning I don't have to put whose name it is. And why don't we do some, you want some dance electronic music? We want pop. I'm not doing country. What about some jazz bluesy music? Let's see what we got. Let's try. Let me turn the volume up. I don't know how much y'all gonna hear this. Okay, let's see. Jazzy blues happy music. Is it playing? It's not playing. Play. Play. That's not playing. It's not playing. Sorry. It don't want to play. Why? Oh man. That's some bull. All that and the music won't play. You know what? That's crazy. I tried. I mean, I have music on my phone, but we're on my phone right now filming, so I don't want to lose you guys again. It won't play on the iPad. That sucks. Well, that just sucks all the way around. It will let me download it, but it won't let me play it and listen to it first. Ha! Ha! Oh well. Sorry. Johnny Cash. The rednet says, please don't. I don't know. Please don't what? Now we are back. Look at a comedy movie that'll make you happy. Yes, finally. You never know what somebody is going through. He just got taken out of timeout. Oh, so somebody timed out him for asking for us to say his name. Beatbox. Oh, you don't want me to beatbox. It's been a long time since I did a beatbox. You know, I used to be the beatbox in high school. And me and one of my boy cousins, we used to rap. I'm just saying. Okay, so it'll let me download it, but it won't let me play it. I have to download it to play it. That's so stupid. Can y'all hear it? Can you hear it? I don't know about that song, but that's the one that let me download. Let's go back and try something else. I wasn't really feeling that one. Let's try this one. This one says jazzy. So I gotta download it to play it. It won't let me play the sample. Oh, hold on. All right. That's take me out to the ball game. I don't want that. All right, let's find some hip hop. This says hip hop. Let's see. Now I have all this music on my iPad that I don't want. Oh yeah, there you go. Kick the beat. Type your lyrics. You happy now? There we go. Oh, 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 oh. Kick a rhyme. Kick a rhyme. Right on time. You happy now? Have it now. I hope you have it now. That's a nice song. I'm gonna have to use that in the video. I like that song. All right, we will be using that in an upcoming video. FYI, if you ever want music for your YouTube videos, YouTube has plenty of it. It's all free. Some of it you have to put the name of the person who wrote it in the description box, but a lot of it is free to use without having to put any attribution. That was a good one. I like that one. Hey, Wanda! Maggie said, you make me smile. Somebody said, sing a happy nursery rhyme on the beat. This could turn into Freaky Saturday. No. RW says, you are so nice. You're bending over backwards for an attention seeker. It better be some thumbs up all up in this mug. Caps give me a headache. Wanda wants to know what she missed. Well, we just had an impromptu dance party. So there we go. Patrick says, make sure you delete it later to save space on the tablet. I don't use the tablet for photos, so I probably will leave the music on there because I'll probably be editing some video on the tablet. So I'll probably leave the music on there because I'll be editing video on the tablet. I don't take photos with my tablet. I only take photos with my cell phone, and everything goes to my Google Photos, and then I delete it off my actual device. And I think it's a 32 gig tablet, so there should be plenty to have that couple of songs on there that I just downloaded. Anyway. Oh, now you want to leave after we dance for you. All right, peace out. Bye. Bye. Lainey says sensual Saturdays. Don't forget, starting in February, we're going to do Mental Health Mondays. So I have to decide how that's all going to pan out. I think we're going to be doing it at 7 p.m. on Monday evenings. And it'll probably only be once a month to start out. And maybe we'll do it weekly starting in April or something. We'll see. We will see. Patrick says, I'm hook you up with a 2 terabyte external hard drive. Wow. Yeah, that would be awesome, Patrick. Thank you. Terabytes? Oh, wow. All the music I can put on there. He okay now. Much love to you, Lena said. Thank you, Lena. Yeah, that'd be cool to have 2 terabytes of power. I could put all my YouTube music on there. That would be awesome. I do not do Snapchat. I decided when Snapchat first came out that Snapchat was for the young folks, not for me. Nah, I don't do Snapchat. I don't do all them filters. Instagram, I fought Instagram for a long time, but I'm on it now. But I fought it for a long time. But I'm on Instagram and Facebook. That's enough. I'm on Twitter, but like I've told you guys before, my Instagram has that toggle switch that you can post the same thing on Twitter. So I don't even have the Twitter app. So when you see my Twitter, it'll usually link you back to my Instagram because it'll be a little, a link. Patrick says I might fill it up with some music and movies as we talked about. Yes, that's great. Just make sure all the music is not copyrighted, free of charge, and I don't have to thank anybody in the description box because YouTube will ding a video, take monetization away, and put a they have actually banned people's channels for using music that they're not supposed to. So yes, please make sure whatever music you put on it is completely 100% copyright free. So I'm just saying. Maggie says kids do Snapchat. I love watching them. Her kids do Snapchat. Monster says I'm 49. I just don't like it. I didn't think it. So anyway, Mental Health Mondays are good. Basically, it's just going to be a place where all of us who just need that mental health safe space can talk, can vent, can help each other. I don't know how we can reach out to each other outside of the YouTube forum, but maybe if everybody has an email that they can make a separate Gmail just for sharing on the Mental Health Monday live chats, so that we can reach out to each other and check on each other here and there. I don't think I want to start a Facebook group because, oh my gosh, it's too much work. I actually got rid of my 2 van Facebook groups and people were upset at me about it. I put them on archive because I was tired of dealing with policing them. So I don't think I'm going to start a Facebook group. Maybe I can do an Instagram for it, maybe, or a page, maybe. I don't know. But a lot of people don't have social media, and that's the biggest thing. A lot of my audience is older, 40s, 50s, and 60s, and don't want social media, don't have social media, or just don't want to add me in their social media. And I get it, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So I don't know how, besides the live video, how we can kind of reach out to each other. So I don't know how that's going to work. So my biggest thing is I'm thinking maybe using the community tab here on YouTube and posting a post for Mental Health Monday check or something, or a midweek check, mental health midweek check on Wednesdays or Thursdays, just to check on everybody, and people can post comments on that thread. That's probably going to be the easiest thing for me to do. And then when we do our monthly Mental Health Monday live, we can jump on it and talk in live time about how our month was, what we struggled with. We can all put up some positive stuff to help each other out. A quote, for those that are religious, a scripture, I don't mind you posting that kind of stuff on there because that's appropriate. Maybe some a Buddhist proverb or whatever, I don't know, something to just help us all out, because we all need someone in our corner. If you struggle with a mental health issue and you just don't have anyone in your corner that understands it or gets it, we all need someone in our life who gets it. So that's what it's for. That's what it's for. New Nomadic say, can I be an honorary member of Mental Health Monday? Of course, anybody can join Mental Health Mondays. You don't have to have an actual diagnosed mental health illness to be a part of it. Just know that, it's definitely going to be something that is geared towards those people who have bipolar, depression, schizophrenia, whatever your mental health issues, anxiety, depression, all of that just needs someone that they can talk to and know they get it. We get it. We get those days. We get it when you have those days. But even for people who have chronic pain, mental health can be a part of it, because sometimes people think you're faking when you talk about the pain you're in. Fibromyalgia being the main one, chronic pain. A lot of people who have fibromyalgia don't look sick, and so people think they're faking it. Being misdiagnosed for a whole year as having fibromyalgia when I didn't have it, I thought I was going to lose my freaking mind, because my doctor was thinking, well, it's fibromyalgia, you need to take this medicine. When I kept telling her the medicine was not helping me, she really thought I was nuts. And she finally let me see a rheumatologist, because I said maybe it's some kind of arthritis. she finally let me sent me a referral to go see a rheumatologist, and that's when I was diagnosed with the joint condition that I have. So it finally to have a name and a diagnosis and know what's wrong with me is so helpful. Um Maggie said, "Is that why you check on me? Because you know I'm crazy?" No, I check on you because you're so quiet and you never reach out to me. And when you spend all day in your van and I haven't seen it move or the door open, I'm like, is she all right in there? Because there have been people who have passed away in their vans and they haven't been found for days and weeks. So I don't want that to happen to anybody that I love. And I love you, Maggie. So I don't want that to happen. Um, anyway, Veronica says, I need mental help Mondays. Really bad. Like Namie, struggling with trying to understand or deal with new diagnosis bipolar. Son, love to hear what you would have to say. Yes, I definitely will be making a statement that I am not a medical professional. This is all my personal experience. This is all it's all really superficial help. You should always be seeking the advice of a doctor or a trained psychiatrist, psychologist, or therapist. This is all superficial help based on my experience, and I need it for myself as too. Sometimes I want to talk to people too. Bye, Pam. Good night. Anyway, we'll see how it works. It's going to start in March. I think I said March, right? It's going to start in March, and I haven't decided if it's going to be the first Monday or the second Monday of the month. So we shall see. Yeah, it'll definitely be some kinks in the beginning. We'll definitely figure it out as we go along. Yeah, I used to write poetry a lot. I used to draw a lot. I used to paint a lot to help with my mental health as a teenager. I did a lot of drawing and writing, a lot of drawing and writing. And unfortunately, so many moves of different homes and apartments, all those things are lost and gone. I don't have anything left. Didn't even take pictures of them. Yes, we all need someone to lean on or listen to. Yep. Mr. G said, that's what I do for a living. I need a break from mental illness. Well, if you don't suffer with it and you work with those that have mental illnesses or special needs, I get it. But I worked in the special needs department in the school, but I also have mental health issues. So yeah, I still need that. Spent 3 years in official therapy and learned that I'm not the only one. I was playing the victim role. Eye-opening, says New Nomadic. Monster says rheumatoid arthritis for the past 26 years. CBD oil helped. I do use CBD cream. I definitely should be using CBD oil as well. I just haven't decided where to buy any. Sisters of the Valley is my recommended cream for those wanting to try CBD creams and oils. They're so freaking expensive, but well worth it. When I have a joint pain and I put the CBD cream from Sisters of the Valleys on, days. I don't have to use it again for days. It works very well. Sharon Sismith says, amen. Lupus, fibromyalgia, and osteoarthritis in both knees. Took over 5 years to get a diagnosis, and being my own advocate when it comes to doctors. Yeah, you definitely have to let them know that, look, this is not in my head. I might have some things going on in my head, but when it's a chronic pain issue and I'm in pain. Because I know a lot of people who get really severely depressed can also exhibit pain with their depression. And so a lot of times I think they automatically just say, oh, you're just going through depression, go to a therapist. Yeah, so you can get misdiagnosed with a chronic pain issue. So yes. Definitely you can feel like you're going crazy until your doctor doctor says, anyway. Victoria Baker. Hi, Victoria! My other guardian angel, I love you. She said it's called peer counseling. Exactly. That's what it's called. Peer counseling. I am not a therapist. I have no medical anything, but we are peer counseling. That's right. And peer counseling is a good thing in conjunction with your actual prescription medicines and your actual professional therapy. It is a good thing. Bye to all of those that have to go. And I'm definitely going to be getting off soon. So if you have to go, go ahead. Thanks, Veronica. Seth says, have you ever heard Lean on Me by Bill Withers? Yes, I have, Seth. Seth is really into music. Pinky says, I'm going to have to try that cream. I have fibromyalgia and chronic pain. Sisters of the Valley. Let me pull it up. It's the best I've tried. I've only tried a couple. Why aren't you logging on? Sisters of the Valley. Sisters of the Valley. I think it's .com. Pretty sure. There it is. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not the right one. Maybe it's not .com. Maybe it's .net. Sisters of the Valley, and I'm going to do CBD and see what comes up. Sisters of the Valley, CBD. Welcome to Sisters of the Valley. Oh, so it's called Sisters of... Okay. It's called sistersofcbd.com. I could have swore it was Sisters of the Valley. Anyway, the name of the company is Sisters of the Valley, but their website is not. Sistersofcbd.com. See it there? Sistersofcbd.com. Can somebody put that in the comments? And it's Sisters of the Valley is the company name. Can someone just type sistersofcbd.com? One of the moderators, because I don't think it'll let a regular person type a link. Anyway, they have a salve, and they have a bundle pack of $59 where you get the salve and oil and something else there. But let's go to the shop. Oils for ingesting, salve or topical cream. I like the salve or topical cream. I was given a little teeny, so these are the tins. This is what I was given. And it's a half of an ounce. And someone gave it to me last year. You can buy 6 of the little tins as gifts for $50. It's a half of an ounce, and I still have a teeny weeny little bit left from last year, so it's lasted me a year. 1 tin is $10. If you want to get the topical salve, a 2 ounce is $40. An 8 ounce is $105. So the price went up on that. It used to be $80 last year. And a 4 ounce is $68. It is well worth it, and a little goes a long way. So I will be getting the $40 2 ounce one. A little goes a really long way. Really long way. So sistersofcbd.com. And they do have, it looks like an oil. I'm going to type on here, oils for ingesting with the dropper. They do have a CBD oil. The half ounce is $25. The CBD infused double strength is $75. That's out of stock, it says. The larger double strength CBD is $155. Excuse me. They have a 1 ounce infused regular strength, $45. A 2 ounce regular infused is $85. So yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the salve for right now, because my pains tend to be like in my hands, in my knees, in my hip, and the salve has worked for me this past year. So there you go. No, I didn't take my meds when the alarm went off. Sorry. Thank you, Lainey, for posting the link. It's there. How much is the shipping? I don't know. You would have to go to the website and figure that out, especially if you're in England. She said they're in England. Yeah, I think they are. And I think at one point, they had a picture of nuns, which is why they were called sisters. I don't know if they're real nuns, but they wore habits, nun habits. So I don't know. Anyway, it's time to go. We've been on here for almost 2.5 hours. Someone says, oh, I see an address in Hats Valley. Was thinking, no, I don't know. Anyone's, is my body out of alignment due to how you stand or walk? No. I personally do not believe in chiropractor chiropractic, I guess it's called. I personally would never see a chiropractor. I don't believe in it. I have no qualms about those that go to chiropractors. I know plenty of people do, and they swear by it. The few people in my family and friends that I know that have gone to chiropractors have gone for years. My thing is, if they're fixing you, why you still got to go? So you're never healed, you're never cured, because it's an ongoing thing. They always got to realign you, realign you, realign you. Why are you still out of realignment? So that's why I would never go to a chiropractor. Those that use them and love them and swear by them, good for you. I am not out of alignment. I have a joint condition that affects all of my joints. I had knee surgery on my left knee about 3+ years ago, before I came into van life. The knee has never been the same, and I have now developed arthritis in the knee. The left hip has arthritis. The right thumb has arthritis following an injury. The left ankle has arthritis following an injury, which was also had to be surgery. The left elbow has arthritis. So my joint condition basically makes me susceptible to getting arthritis. My joint condition is called hypermobile joint syndrome, also known as double jointed, which there's no such thing as double jointed. You don't have two joints. My joints flex past the point that they're supposed to flex. And over the years, I have just developed arthritis in those joints. That's all. Not that that's a little thing, but I am in pain all the time. Cold days like today and yesterday with the cold and the wind are very, very painful for me. So I have not slept in like 24 hours. I don't think I slept at all last night. So no, I've been up for about 24 hours, which is why I probably am talking so much, because I'm slap happy. I doze here and there, but no real sleep because the pain is a lot. So I have taken some Advil, which I have to be in a lot of pain to take Advil because I do not like taking pain medicine at all. I still have a half of a Percocet from when I first went to the ER about this, because I only took half that first night. I just don't like taking pain medicine. Even when I had my wisdom teeth, I did not take the what do you call it, narcotics. I just took Tylenol. Anyway, I got all 4 wisdom teeth taken out back in my 20s. Mid to late 20s. Anyway, that's what's going on with me. We keep talking about a new subject every time I'm gonna get off. When I heard the name Sisters of the Valleys, I immediately thought of the San Juan Valley. No. Sorry, how is your day going? Okay, no. No. Okay, I'm not answering a bunch of questions because I'm getting ready to get off, guys. Does exercising and stretching muscles? Yes, I should be doing exercise. I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be exercising. I'm supposed to be doing light weightlifting to strengthen my actual muscles, because they can carry the load that my joints can't carry anymore, but I just don't. I need to be using my gym membership for more than a shower, but I don't. So it's totally on me. But yeah, so it is what it is, right? I was doing yoga back when I was working at the school, because when I was at the school, we had one of our teachers was also a yoga instructor, and she would do yoga twice a week, and I was doing yoga, and that helped a lot. So I really need to get back into it. It's just hard to get into something when you don't have anybody to do it with, and I'm very easily lazy. So I'll think about it every week. It's like, okay, this week I'm going to start doing yoga again and going to the gym on Tuesday and Thursday and working out. No, it doesn't happen every week, every single week. But when you don't have the motivation and there's no one willing to kind of go with you and help motivate you to get you going, even though I know how good I'll feel after, I just don't do it. Yes, Designs by Treza. Yes, it is EDS, and I don't know how to say Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I don't have that. That is the extreme version of what I have. So I had a girl, one of my students who had autism, had the EDS. That's the extreme version of what I have. I don't have it that bad. EDS tends to be much more further, further. You can bend much more further than I can. And I went undiagnosed all of my life with this joint condition. And unfortunately, had I been diagnosed in my youth when I was going through puberty and it was having the most pain, it probably could have been dealt with a little bit better and I wouldn't be having as much pain as I have now as an adult, but I did not know. So yes, thank you. Somebody has heard of it. A lot of people haven't heard of it. So yes, EDS or I don't know how to pronounce it. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. That's the more severe form. It's on like a spectrum basically, and that's the most severe form of the spectrum of what I have, because that can also affect your heart. It can also affect, I think, your vision as well. I believe. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong, but I think it can affect other organs in your body and not just your joints. I think. Anyway. All right, guys, I think we're going to call it a night. I know some of you just jumped on a few minutes ago, but you'll have to watch the replay later. Let it play in the background on mute so I can get that watch time, because that helps my channel. I love you guys so much. Thanks for being on this 2.5-hour random chat for about nothing. And I don't know if I'm going to jump on New Year's Eve or not and just do a random chat to bring in the new year with you guys. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll get a little wine and we can just chat there. And so look, jump on YouTube, around 11 p.m. Eastern time and see if I'm on. Maybe I'll jump on. I love you guys so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thanks for watching as always. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for asking great questions. And if I don't see you in the new year, have a very happy new year and look for some exciting things happening in the new year. Love you guys. Bye. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up as you're logging off, okay? Bye.